We are on page Lamed Beis, Ois Vav. So we have two more steps left, just like practical machshavos, thoughts, directions that the Mashgiach is giving us and how to think about Kedushas Haguf. Yesh lehisboinen ba'al chet. The al chetz that we say Yom Kippur time, on Yom Kippur, and Erev Yom Kippur. Shechetzioi hu vidoi al kilkol haguf b'chet. This is something that's going to blow your mind. It's an unbelievable ha'ara that when you say the al chetz on Yom Kippur, you're talking about your body. The al chetz are on your body. You never noticed that. But the al chetz are on your body. Look what he says. Look at this. Al chetz shechatanu lefanecha be'imotz halev, my heart, be'bitoi sefasayim, be'giloi aroyos, be'dibor peh, the speech of the mouth, be'tumas sefasayim. You see how we're going out of our way to mention the part of our body that we did the chet with, the tumah of our lips, be'chapas shoichad, the palms of shoichad, be'lasha in hara, a tongue of ra, be'maichalu be'mishteh, be'netias garoin. Garoin is the throat, the moving of the throat, whatever that is. Besikur ayin is the eye. Besiach sifsoiseinu is the lips. Be'einayim ramois. Be'azos metzach is the forehead. Be'tzarus ayin, the eye. Be'kalos roish. Be'kashius oiref is the back of the neck. Be'sesumes yod, the hand. Be'simhain levav, the heart. You ever realize that? The al-chet are really, it's one long al-chet. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I didn't use my body properly. And even the chatoim that have to do with midas, we associate those midas with parts of the body. It's a bella. Einenu misvadim al lekichas shoichad. We don't say vidoy on the fact that we took shoichad. Elo al hayad. Shahoisa kapas shoichad. We say it on the hand that became a hand of shoichad. In other words, that I use the evarim shepilagta banu. I use the evarim that you gave me to rebel against you. Adoneinu mareinu v'rabbeinu nishmasay eden, which means Rabbi Rucham, Zechariah Livracha. Nish al pam mahu lashon hara. What's lashon hara? The Anna, and he answered, Lashon Hara is a schlechte tongue. You know what that means? Lashon Hara is a bad tongue. In other words, what he was saying is, listen to the word. It's not language that's bad or speech that's bad. It's a tongue that's bad. In other words, what he's telling us, well, let's read one more sentence. Me viduyim eila mischayeves hatshuva l'saket evarei haguf. From this vidoy, we see that tshuva is mechayev, that we fix the limbs of the body. Lahachzir es hatzelem elokim shebigufeinu l'shleimusay, to restore the tzelem elokim in our bodies to its shleimus. Meaning, what does this mean? What he's saying is that we don't just do aveiros separately from our body. Our body becomes a mishkan of the aveiros that we do. You know, nowadays with the advances of all different kinds of therapy, nowadays it's common for therapists that are trained in the most nuanced ways of people being able to process what's going on inside of them, is that a lot of times they'll ask, where in your body are you feeling this? I'm angry. Where are you feeling the anger? And sometimes they'll say behind my eyes. Sometimes they'll say in my heart. Sometimes they'll say in my stomach. There's a certain sense, even in the world today, and the chachma that's developing in the world today, that emotions and ideas and experiences lodge themselves in the body. One of the most famous and groundbreaking books of the last 2 decades was a famous book. And read with caution, because it's a very, very, very heavy book called The Body Keeps the Score. And you've heard of it? Any of you? Okay, it's like a groundbreaking. It's like the foundation of a whole new world of understanding how people's bodies participate in the things that they experience. And for us, we shouldn't be surprised at that at all. Okay, it took till 2026 till the Ummah Yisraelim realized it, but clearly Chazal knew it then. That when I take shaykhad, it lodges in my hands, and when I'm stubborn, it lodges in the back of my neck. And when I speak evil, there's something going on in my lips. Our experiences and our actions and our midos, they take refuge inside of us. Of course, midah taiva meruba, the same thing is true when we do mitzvahs, that we have midas taivas. We feel joy in different parts of our body. We could feel a certain sense of energy in different parts of our body. But the body participates. Doesn't just happen to be here. I didn't just take shaykhad. My hands became hands of shaykhad. I didn't just hate another person. My heart became a heart of hate. And from that idea, we can understand that when a person does tshuva, he's doing tshuva to cleanse his guf. It's mamash cleansing the guf of hate. And that's why we say the vidui 5 times over Yom Kippur. We say the vidoy of each part of the body 10 times, really, with the Chazaras Hashatz vidoys. We say it on each part of us, on each layer within us, on each different part of our guf. We cleanse it, and after Yom Kippur, it's not just our neshamas that are cleaner. Our bodies are cleaner. Our bodies are holier. It's an unbelievable thing that we can appreciate. It's something to be misplained, and we've said this in different ways over the months of learning the Sefer, that when a person does, even when a person does mitzvos, or even when a person does power things, there's a Milah in like feeling it in the guf. We've become numb, we've become numb, we don't feel anymore. But like we're all going to put on tefillin tomorrow morning with Hashem's help. And we're going to tie the Shem Hashem onto our arm. And then we're going to move our body as we've learned to do. And we're going to wrap the straps around our arm. And if you're present and here when it's happening, you'll feel the straps of being meshabed yourself to Hashem, wrapping themselves around you. The Rosh Hashiva spoke today about Ahavti es Adoni es Ishti. You'll feel the Ahavti es Adoni in your body. You put on a tefillin shel rosh and you literally tie your head to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Do we think like that? Do we think at all? Do we even notice that there's a sensation in our bodies? But this is telling us otherwise. This is telling us, feel it in your body. Feel it, absorb it in your body. We shuckle when we daven and when we learn. You know that? You know why we shuckle when we daven? Why?
Shalom feels it.
Where does it come from? Which pasuk? In Nishmas, we say, Kol atzmoisai taimarna. All my bones speak. My body talks to you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. People that talk with their hands, there's a reason for that. Because we feel it in our bodies. And when we learn, you know why we move when we learn? Because when Klal Yisrael got the Torah in last week's parasha, it says, Vayara the nation saw Vayonu, and they moved. And that's why when Klal Yisrael learns, there's like this certain, sometimes there's like this certain sense of movement. You'll see even people that are very still, they're like bouncing their leg, or they're moving. There's a certain movement inside a person when he's learning Torah. Vayara Vayonu, the Maral says. Oh, look at this, I was bechavid. Zayin le'umas zeh yesh lehisbaynein b'nishmas. The other side of the coin, you should be thoughtful about nishmas. Al kain, therefore, evarim shapilagta banu. The evarim, the limbs that you put inside of us. Hein, the limbs themselves. Yoidu, they will thank. V'yivarchu, v'yishabchu, v'yifaru. Your limbs will thank Hashem, will sing to Hashem, will praise Hashem. Es shimcha malkeinu. You know why? Look how this is the flip side of vidui. Ki chol peh lecha yoyde. Because every mouth thanks you. V'chol loshain lecha sishava. and every tongue swears to you. V'chol berech lecha tichra, and every knee bends to you. V'chol kaima lefanecha tishtachave, and everyone of stature bows in front of you. V'chol levavos yiraucha, and all hearts fear you. V'chol kerev uchloyos, and every stomach and kidneys, Yizamru Lishmecha, will sing to you. Do you sing with your kidneys? Of course. He says, I'm not sure if I know how to pronounce the Yiddish here properly, but Kishkes und Zeifzecher, which I guess is Kloyos. Velen Leubendem Beirei Olam. The insides and the kidneys will thank the Rabbeinu Shalom. Omar Adonenu Mareinu V'Rabbeinu Alzeh. The Rabbi Yerucham said, our body, our limbs, our insides thank Hashem. Zehu Avodoseinu. That's our Avodah. We have to think about it. We have to feel our bodies. Feel our bodies. Sit down to Seder, take a second, and feel that your body is here. And is moving forward into a Gemara and focusing its attention on learning. You're not just learning with your mind. You brought your body here as well. You'll be mekadesh your guf with your Talmud Torah. Zui avodah seinu. This is our avodah. Lekadesh es haguf. To be mekadesh the guf. Hein b'sheva al taisa. With what we don't do, we sanctify the guf with what we don't do. V'hein be'aseh. And we sanctify the guf with what we do. Avodah rabba umakifa, a tremendous and all-encompassing avodah. This is something that gets ignored. Our bodies get ignored in our avodah. And tzaddikim feel their bodies present when they're serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's Should we go weiter? Okay, let's see weiter. Ha-hasoga v'ha-hashra. And now the nekuda here is like this. Until now we spoke about being mekadesh the guf. And now we're going to talk about what happens when we're mekadesh the guf. What changes in us when we're mekadesh the guf. When we use our guf for kedusha and when we stop using it for tumah, what changes happen within us? Ha-hasaga, the ha-hashra, the understandings, what we can conceptualize, and the hashras hashchina, how the shchina rests with us, shezoichim la, that we're zoicha to, al yidei kedusha saguf rabbi, is tremendous. V'hiskadishtem v'hisem kedoshim ki ani Hashem Elokeichem. Right, the pasuk says, v'hiskadishtem, you should be mekadesh yourself. V'hisem kedoshim, and then you'll be kadosh. Ki ani Hashem Elokeichem, because I am Hashem. Says the Targum Yonis ben Uziel. V'hiskadshon, you should be mekadesh yourself. Look at this lashon. Usehoin kadishin begufeichoin, and you should be kadosh in your guf. Mitul de akabel berava tzloischoin, so that I should be makabel beratza in your tefillos. Ano Hashem makdishchoin, I am Hashem who is mekadesh you. You see that lashon of the Yonis ben Uziel? Not just you'll be kadosh, but you'll be kadosh in your guf. Kabbalah satfilos toloi bekedushas guf hamispalel. Right, that's what he says. Right, mitul de akabel beravot tzloischain. Kadosh Baruch Hu being mekabel tfilos depends on the holiness of the body of the mispalel. Harezeu simin lekirvas Kadosh Baruch Hu eleinu shehu mekabel tfiloseinu. Think about it. Like the pasuk in, is it Devarim or Vayeschanan? Ki mi goy gadol. Who is a great nation? Asher loy Elohim kroivim elav, that has a God that's close to it. Kashem Elokeinu, like Hashem, our God. V'chol kareinu elav. He quotes that? Oh my goodness! You were watching me say it by heart. I saw you having fun with something.
You must have learned Sefer before.
Several times. Okay, sometimes I jump ahead in my mind. That's the siman. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is close to us in our davening. Zeu siman lekirvas HaKadosh Baruch Hu eleinu, shu mekabel tfiloseinu. U'kamoisha Omar, u'kamoisha Kasuv, ki u'mi goy gadol asher Elokim kroivim elov. I actually think mine was right. Asher lo Elokim kroivim elov. You want to pass me that chumash right behind it? You think I'm right and this sefer is wrong? I don't know. Such a balgaiva.
Placing bets.
Not crazy. Kimigo igadol asher loy Elokim kroivim elov.
Call the number in the beginning of the sefer.
Okay, it's a printing mistake. You're not sure? You don't trust me? But think about it. If the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu listens to our tefillos is the indication that He's close to us, so then we have to make ourselves a place that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can rest His Shechina, and the more that we do that, the more that our tefillos will be niskabel, right? Because Kabbalah's tefillos has to do with closeness, and the more kedusha we have, the more HaKadosh Baruch Hu can be niskarev to us. V'hinei zoichim lekirva zois. We're zoicha to that closeness to Hashem, dafka al yedei kedusha zaguf. This is what I keep trying to say. Habir bozeh pasha to him. We'll end with this. As right before we're oimid b'tfilah. Ha'oimid b'tfilah lefanav yizbarach. Someone who stands b'tfilah in front of Hashem. Always remember this. Loi rak piv v'nafshay mispalalim. Not only is his mouth and nefesh davening, your body's here too. Gufay v'nafshay biyachad oimdim lefanav. Your body and your neshama together are standing in front of Hashem. Ukamoisha nishmasai kedaisha b'tiva. Just like by its nature, a person's neshama is kadosh. Kach tzarich gufay liyos kadosh memaimed ahu. So too his guf needs to be kadosh, and that maimed, that moment that he stands in front of Hashem, we should be zaycha to be able, little by little. We're not going to get hard on ourselves here. We live in a tough generation, but little by little, one milchama at a time, one battle at a time. You know, sometimes we lose the battle. Rav Hutner wrote a famous letter where he's mechazik a Talmud that's struggling with his Kedushas HaGuf, and he says in America there's a phrase, and it has an English there in his sefer. You've seen it? What? He always says that, yeah. Lose the battle, win the war. So little by little. You have it there? You guys are amazing. A bunch of Chaim Berliners here. All right, you know where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Lose the battle, win the war, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it says lose battles, win wars or something. I think it says lose battles, win wars, something like that.
Lose a battle and win the war.
Yeah.
Oh, it says both.
Yeah.
It says both.
Loy.
I kept it all since. I love it.
Time to time.